All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another MLB The Show 24 stream here on Twitch. I'm next JG 24, and after completing the final season 3 awards drop program, it's time for me to move on to the Wildcard Series Programs. So, as you guys know, these programs were all released as well as this one on Friday. You know what, man? I mean, Severino overthrew. That's it. He overthrew, and, at the end, it is what it is. The important thing, though, Oscar, and I'll talk about, actually, let me talk about that in a minute. Let me just finish this up. So, um, these programs obviously commemorate the top performances of the wild card round: Mets, Brewers, Padres, Braves, Royals, Orioles, and Tigers, Astros. So you guys know that the one that I'm going after first, even though it's only one Mets card, the one I got to go to, the one that I got to finish up is Pete Alonso. He has to be the one that I finish up. So we are going to be doing that. In fact, we've already made some progress by getting the parallel XP. All we have to do is just do the hits with the Mets and the total bases with the Brewers. And then we have the moments here to wrap it all up. And once we're done with that, we can move into another one. So let me discuss what Teoscar Hernandez is referring to right now. If you guys haven't been watching the National League Division Series between the Mets and the Phillies, I'm telling you, you're missing a hell of a series. I mean, Dodgers and Padres are also great, but to me, the more entertaining series has to be Mets versus Phillies. I mean, how many more freaking how many more freaking comebacks are we going to see between the Mets and Phillies? Like, it's crazy. So the Mets took game one after they had, what was it? I'm trying to think what happened in the division series. And while I think about that, I'm going to go ahead and go through this for a minute. So what was it? It was that eighth inning rally that the Mets had. The eighth inning where they scored like 5 runs after being dominated by by Zach Wheeler for like 7 innings. I mean, they couldn't touch him, plain and simple. Looks like my only option here is Christian Yelich, because I don't have any. Well, I do have the Mets here. I do have Jesse Winker. Let's put him in. Maybe there'll be a Brewers person for center field. I hope. So, I mean, Zach Wheeler dominated, and then they finally got to the bullpen. And you know what? I've been saying that all along, okay? I will tell you right now, I've been saying it from day one that the Mets are not going to beat the Phillies against their starting pitching. That's just not going to happen. I would like it to happen, but this Phillies rotation is so good that honestly, I don't even think that it's beatable. You have to get to their bullpen. You have to. And I think the Mets recognize that, therefore they're willing to do that. Because obviously they showed it in game 1. Now, as far as game 2 went, that's one they should have won. I'll be the first one to say that. But you know what? The important thing was they came out of game 1. Or they came out of Philly with 1 game. Send it back to New York, not down 2-0. You would have hoped they would have been up 2-0 heading into this game or into this portion of the matchup. But It was not meant to be. And you know what? I'm fine with that because all they needed to do was just get one game. You bring it back to New York. City Field is going to be lit up. I mean, there are going to be so many people cheering because they recognize how much this means or the what this means to the team. Like, th- by far, this has already blown away expectations for the fans. Now they want more. They want this to keep going. So City Field is going to be absolutely rocking in Game 3, and I know that because I'm going to Game 3. So just heads up, um there will be no stream tomorrow because I'm going to that game. Let me see if I could find like a Brewer or a Met. I guess my only option is Jose Iglesias, but I got to get some Brewers in here. Oh, I know. I could definitely do Willie Adames for short. That'll definitely help. I could do David Wright, but I really want to get some Brewers in here. Ah, not gonna happen. All right, David Wright it is. So, back to what I was saying real quick about this whole thing. Like, as that was what's important. Now I feel like the Mets have momentum because I don't think anyone expected them to take game one against the Phillies. Maybe they would sneak one at home, but I don't think a lot of people expected them to be, to take one in Philly. I really don't. And that to me is fine. Hey, Oscar, I'm trying my best here to get to your comments and everything, but you got to give me a minute here. Like, okay, I guess we're going CC Sabathia. I wanted some better options. Okay, so let's time out here. Oscar, time out here for a second, okay? Because you're suggesting that the Phillies have momentum. I don't believe that. In fact, I would argue that the Phillies are don't have the momentum. It's actually the Mets who do. They brought it back to Citi Field. They just needed to win one game. They did it in game one, typical fashion. They came from behind late in the game. That's been their MO. And that's fine. Because you can do that. Yes, they did. But you know what? They were down. They were down in that ninth inning, and Mark Vientos came up, tied the game. Yes, they didn't close it out in the bottom of the ninth, but it could have ended in the top of the ninth, and Mark Vientos did not allow that to happen. Not to mention the guys who have been hitting home runs. Mark Vientos is getting high. Lindor's getting on base. Pete Alonso had a shot. You know, this team, I feel like, has it. Just because the Phillies walked it off, I think they're kicking themselves because they probably thought and they probably should have swept the Mets at home. And they didn't. They didn't. Severino, yeah, he didn't have a great sixth inning, and Diaz was bad against Turner, Harper, and Castellanos. No, it was only 6 innings from Severino. It was only six. They took him out. It was. Oh wait, no. 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 Didn't they take? Didn't they put in Budo in the seventh inning? They let Severino finish the sixth, and then they put in Budo, and then when Budo got in trouble, they brought in Diaz to get Schwarber. All right. But I bet the Phillies were expecting to take both games at home. And now the fact that they have to come to New York with the possibility that if they lose two games, they're done. I think that puts an enormous amount of pressure on them. But they did get more runs. They needed they their bullpen, it was shaky. I mean, Trevor McGill, I don't know what you want from him. Trevor McGill did the best that he could. I mean, against Harper and Trey Turner, that's no easy task. Castellanos just got one. Yeah, no, Tyler McGill. Yeah, what did I say? Trevor? My bad. We really don't need to worry about pitching unless it's a. I'm sorry, that's my bad. I was thinking too far ahead. Yeah, absolutely. I truly believe that the Mets crowd is going to be absolutely fantastic. Okay? And I think if the Mets take game 4, the momentum is completely with them. You know that Citi Field crowd is going to want their Mets to close out the series at home. So, to me, the pressure is on the Phillies. If they lose game 3, then the pressure is on them to win game 4 and force it back to Philly. But you know Zach Wheeler's going to be waiting for them in Philly if that were to happen. No, no, I wouldn't say it's over, but their path to victory definitely gets harder. I say that I don't think the series is over regardless of who wins game 3. Because there's always the possibility the other team can win game 4. Listen, I've been through the Mets versus Dodgers NLDS, okay? Mets, they took one against the Dodgers in LA, brought it back to Citi Field. They took one game, but they also dropped the last game. Doesn't mean it was over because the Mets went back to LA and they beat the Dodgers. And there are some guys who were on that team who, oh, wait, are they around anymore? Actually, it may be a whole different team, but still. That's why you got to take game 3. And Aaron Nola, you make the argument that he's been solid, but I would also argue that he's had a lot of time to rest. And usually, after a long time of rest, Aaron Nola doesn't really pitch all that well. So, he may be well rested, but is that necessarily a good thing? Sean Manaea, I think he's got to pitch really well against Schwarber and Harper, and he has to be careful with Castellanos. Castellanos is a lefty killer. All right, so I think we need Roy Oswalt. We need wait, who were the guys that I was looking at? We already did this. I know we did this. Yeah. And think about what Sean Manaea could do for that. Sean Manaea has an equally sweeping curve. Okay, so we have the Astros and we need the Orioles, I think is what it said. Yeah, Orioles and Astros. That's what I need from my starting pitching. I'm sorry guys. I'm trying to build this roster. I couldn't remember because I was thinking too much about making this argument that the Mets still have a shot. And I think it's a pretty good shot considering it's coming back to Citi Field. I disagree. I think Manaea is going to be very solid. And I think he's going to fool them. May not. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm not doubting Manaea. I'm not doubting him. It's the Orioles that I need. I need Orioles. It would probably be good if they did win one. If they did win a game, uh, I think they definitely need to in order to have good momentum going into Game 3. Come on, you're telling me I don't have a single Orioles pitcher that is done. I find that very hard to believe. Jeez Louise, I cannot believe that. All right, well, we'll get Corbin Burns in there. And then we'll put in Jim Palmer, too. And this lefty pitcher. Oop, Royals. Okay. Angels, I think I might have gone too far. There we go. Let's see. Any other... Nope. I need this guy. Okay, so there's Felix Bautista, that's all I really needed. Now I need to see if I have any Astros. I do have Christian Javier. He's a gold, but I mean, I'll take it. As well as Josh Hader, so. Yeah. What's up, J-Tag? Yeah. That was important. That was important for the Mets to take one game. Yeah, I do too, J-Tag. I am feeling good about the Mets. I really am. I know people may think I'm crazy, but I I really do think that this team is on a good roll. Exactly. I mean, yeah, they have to get to they have to get to the bullpen in order to do most of their scoring. But you know what? As long as you can get there, that's all that matters. You just can't let the game get away from you. And so far, what the Mets are really doing is making sure the game doesn't get too far away. Hey, Oscar, why? Why are you trying to bring down the Mets? I don't understand. It just seems like that's I wouldn't be hopeless. I think once they get the Citi Field crowd behind them, I think we're talking about a different story. All right, so we got three Brewers leading off, and the rest are Mets with Astros and Orioles in the bullpen. Now, just to be sure, yeah, it's Astros we need the strikeouts with, which I could do with Javier and Hader, and it's the innings pitch that I need with the Orioles, so I should go with the Orioles to start out. All right, guys, we're going to finally get into this game. I am so sorry that took me a while. I got too distracted by this conversation. All right, so we're going to go with Corbin Burns. Yeah. Yep. I was going nuts once they got the final out. Once they did that, that's when I let it out. Although I shouldn't have done it at work, but... Look, all I'm saying, Teoscar, is that the Mets are in a good position. Okay? It's 1-1. They have a lefty coming up with they have a lefty coming up, which the Phillies, they tend to struggle against, especially Harper and Schwarber, which is important because I'd rather have them struggle than try to throw a lefty against them or throw a righty against them. I mean, yeah, they struggle against lefties, and I think the Mets have to use that to their advantage. And actually, I like the idea of McGill and Peterson coming out in the bullpen, because he could be sneaky good, J-Tag. He could be sneaky good. That's the thing that I'm worried about when it comes to Manaea. How good is he going to be able to keep Castellanos? And not only that, what about Trey Turner? Trey Turner is always a threat on the base paths. So my concern for this Game 3 with Manaea is how does he handle Turner and Castellanos? I'm not worried about Schwarber or Harper as much as I'm worried about Turner and Castellanos. But with that being said, I think the Mets are in a better position. And if they take Game 3, Game 4, I think that Citi Field crowd is gonna be absolutely outrageous. They're gonna blow the Phillies straight out, or whatever the they're gonna blow the Phillies crowd straight out of the water. Yeah, that's why I said he would be the one that I'd be worried about. Castellanos hits lefties really well. That's what makes this Phillies lineup really dangerous. Okay? That's what makes them really dangerous, is that they have two lefties who can crush you against righties, but they also have two righties who are equally as dangerous against the lefty. So they are very well balanced. I'll give the Phillies that. They are a very well balanced team. Look, I'm not worried about Nola. And I think playing at home really does make a difference. I mean, think about it. The Mets had the Phillies dead in the water. If they, Severino, the Phillies, I don't think win that game if the Mets had maintained their lead, because they didn't have the crowd behind them. The Mets crowd is going to be behind the Mets, because that the Mets always come back, or they have some kind of comeback. There's some kind of late surge that fans are willing to sit through to be able to get to, especially in the last week. Yeah, I knew that was coming. I just wish it didn't hurt. It didn't have Trey Turner on. That's why you got to get Turner off the base paths. You can't let him get on. Because Harper, Castellanos, both of them can drive in Turner. Both of them have that capability. And even if you get through one, there's no guarantee you're getting through the other. So that's my point. They limit Turner, they limit the Phillies' offense. But they also have to do their own offense, too. That's why it's important now that Vientos is starting to heat up, that Lindor is getting on base, that Alonso is starting to hit some home runs. Okay? The Mets offense is going. They may not be getting contributions for everyone, but they are getting the important people on base. And that's what really matters. You get Lindor on base, you set up Alonso, you set up Nimmo, you set up Vientos. Well, Bader is there for the defense. He's there for the defense. I mean, I like Tyrone Taylor, but he needs to be in right field. He needs to be in right field because I don't trust Starling Marte. I don't trust him with the bat, and I don't trust him with his fielding either. I think Tyrone Taylor needs to be in right field. Therefore, you move Harrison Bader to center.
Nope, that's down.
Because they're playing Lindor. And right now they're playing the matchup between righty and lefty. Well, maybe, but you have Jesse Winker. And Jesse Winker has had a few hits, especially a triple. Not to mention, if you want to go righty, JD Martinez is there. And yeah, he's been quiet, but we know he can have a postseason. We know he's got a postseason run in him, so he'll turn it on. I feel like he will.
0-2.
I mean, wasn't JD the one who drove in Winker in against the Brewers in the final run, the fourth run? Didn't he do that? Not to mention he was big for the against the Brewers in Game 1 too. So JD, he knows how to play in the postseason. You know, Acuna, yeah, he's hot, or he was hot in September. I don't think there's any Mets fan who's denying that. But I just don't see how you take out Winker or JD at DH, depending on the matchup, and I don't see how you take out Lindor or Iglesias for their fielding. And that's the other thing, too. You know, you say Jose Iglesias is struggling. Listen, he's made some fantastic plays in this postseason in the field, and that's what's important. He's in there for his fielding. He can hit, too. We know he can hit. But right now, his fielding is what's keeping him at second. Plus, it's not really a natural position for Acuna anyway to be playing second. All right, we'll see what we get from Nola, but just remember, the Mets, it would be nice if they beat up on Aaron Nola and took a wide lead heading into going through Game 3, but the important thing is that they get to that bullpen.
0-2 is the count.
But what would you define as a bad game? What would you define as a bad game? They certainly can't let Nola go all Zach Wheeler on them. That's for sure. Just 0-4. Again, it's his fielding that's keeping him in the lineup right now. It's his fielding. Strike 3, sit out.
Batting it, the right field, Charlie.
Yeah, but you can make that argument with a lot of players in the Mets lineup. So why should Iglesias be any any different. Yeah, but through 1 month where teams may have been using AAA pitchers, this is the playoffs. This is the cream of the crop. This is Aaron Nola. I don't know if Acuna has gone up against Aaron Nola. I have to look back at the series in at Citi Field because that was the only time he played the Phillies. Get back. Dang. Of course I am. I don't know if you saw my tweet on social media. I mean, it blew up. You're talking over 800 likes, over 20,000 views. And a lot of the people that were commenting were saying, yes, bring it. So I have to bring it. I don't have a choice. I put it out there. Some people were even suggesting other people bring Grimace costumes. I don't know if other people have it, but if they do, I mean, by all means, let's get a Grimace thing going. One person was suggesting a purple out. You know, like just do a bunch of purple. I really wish they would let the teams wear their City Connect uniforms in the playoffs. 'Cause those are awesome. Well, some of them. Not all of them, but the Mets one is definitely awesome. Yes, I am going tomorrow. I purchased my ticket yesterday. And the funny thing is, J-Tag, I couldn't even get a seat or a ticket cheap enough for a seat. Yeah, I think Met fans. I think this is going to be even better than what I experienced in the NL wildcard round 2 years ago. I think it's going to be even better than that. Hey, you might see me on Fox. I'm sure they're going to get quite a few shots of Grimace. They have to. They've been mentioning it. They have to. Maybe I'll end up on TV. I don't know how many other people are going to be dressing up as Grimace, so that's the thing. Of course. And to think that all started with just me losing a bet. That's how this whole thing started. I lost a bet. Now I'm wearing the costume. I'm embracing it, and I'm having fun with it. Of course, now if we lose, then I'll be the most hated Grimace, because now I'm a jinx. So there is that risk, but it's a 50-50 shot. That's about the best odds that I can hope for.
Now back, left field, Jesse Winker.
Gee, Jesse Winker, come on. I really do think that the Mets are going to have an advantage, but they cannot let the Phillies get out to an early start. They can't. Sean Manaea is going to have to be locked down, and the offense is going to have to score early. To me, that's the keys to the game. If Mania can be locked down and the Mets can get something going offensively, I think they take game 3. But they allow the Phillies to get out far ahead to the point where it's insurmountable, then that's where the game is going to be over for me.
2-0.
Okay, they can't allow Harper, Schwarber, and Castellanos and Turner to go off on them. They just can't. That happens, forget it. So, we'll see what happens tomorrow.
That's inside.
It's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. No, fair. But see, postseason is much different than regular season. And plus, those stats that you mentioned, were they from this year? Because,
0-2.
this is his first year with the Mets. And this is a totally different pitching style that he's had compared to what he's had in his career. I mean, think about it. He was on the A's and he was on the Giants. So, yeah, some fan just got lucky. Probably caught it, too.
8-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 3.
Strike 3, sit down. Attaboy Adames. For me, the Phillies, the big thing is they cannot allow the Mets to get back into it. I'm just saying that as a Mets fan, okay? They can't let the Mets stick around because they know that there's a comeback coming. Well, go to Baseball Reference. Baseball Reference will give you his entire career. I mean, specifically against Castellanos, Schwarber, and Harper, probably not. But in terms of, what he's done against the Phillies this year, I think you can look that up. But then again, regular season doesn't really matter. Now it's a whole new ball game. No pun intended. Well, I don't know if I would look at player specifics so much as I would look at... I'd be looking at, But see, Teoscar, I don't think that's going to be... I don't think that's fair. Because Sean Manaea from 2022 is different from this year's Sean Manaea. He was on a different team in 2022. He's on the Mets now. I think they changed his pitching. You get different pitching coaches. And they tell you how you can improve the game. Not to mention the Mets really focus on analytics. They have a really heavy analytics, they are really heavy on analytics. So Manaea, I don't know if he was a big analytics guy before he got to New York, but I'm sure he had to... analytics has played a big part in how he's pitched this year. I think that makes a difference. Strike 3, sit down. That's why I would say, if anything, compare his stats. Go back to this regular season and see what he did against the Phillies. Any predictions? I mean, Scooble is going to be key for the Tigers. They have to get this win, and I think... wait, hold on. He's in the... Okay, yeah, they got to win this game. You cannot go back home down 2-0, because then you really put the pressure on, and the fans are not going to be into it, because they're going to feel like you're basically one out away from being eliminated. Whereas, like with the Mets or even the Padres, the fact that they forced the series back to their hometowns, and they with 1 game apiece, I think that helps them out tremendously. So, if the Tigers want a shot and if they really want the hometown crowd behind them, they have to, and I mean this seriously, they have to take this game. I know, that's ridiculous. That is seriously ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Like, I know we give Philly fans a bad rap and everything, talking about how they treat our players, like they booed when Nimmo got recovered from his injury and everything. But at least Philly fans never, like, threw stuff at Mets fans.
Nope, that's inside.
So I personally, I'm like, Philly fans are bad, but I don't know. I've never seen him throw stuff on the field like what happened with what happened in last night's game. I just never seen that before. Oh yeah, I'm sure the Padres fans, oh yeah, I'm sure they're going to be raucous. They're going to be taunting the Dodgers. That's why it was important for the Dodgers to take that second game. That's why I don't know if you necessarily want to be the home team when you head to Game 3, unless you get like a unless you take like both games. But so far the Phillies and Dodgers haven't done that. I can't speak to the Guardians or the Yankees, but I could definitely speak to, it being pretty much a disaster for the Phillies and Dodgers that they let the Mets and Padres get 1 game. Because now you go back to their home city, and now what do? Now you have to win. You have to win 1, if not both games, as the road team. Not really a great position. And Met fans are going to be going after the Phillies. I mean, I don't know if you heard when the Mets players would walk up to bat, but every time they would walk up, the Phillies fans would boo them. I much imagine that's going to be the same thing when the Phillies players walk up to bat at Citi Field. Well, that just goes to show you how big those injuries, like to Tyler Glasnow was, or even Yamamoto. Yamamoto, maybe he's more consistent. Ohtani too, yeah. But Ohtani got hurt. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it's better that Kershaw isn't part of this. He's never been a good pitcher in the postseason. Sorry to Kershaw. He is by far one of the best pitchers I've ever seen in my lifetime. And, I don't mean to do that to him, but I think he even knows how bad he is in the postseason. Seems like it. I think he wants another World Series ring. And some people would argue that it's a legit World Series ring. Because I think at this point, a lot of people agree that the 2020 World Series was was illegitimate. Not saying anything done wrong by the Rays or the Dodgers in that series, but considering the season, it just didn't feel legit. Maybe. Or Machado might do it.
That's a ball.
I mean, if the Mets were to... If the Mets were to go up, were to advance to the NLCS, I don't know who they would rather take on. Like the Dodgers, the Mets' most recent postseason success before the Brewers was against it was against the Cubs, but they also beat the Dodgers. In fact, they have a history of going recently. Their last two out of their last three playoff appearances, they had success against the Dodgers. Hold on one second.
The first baseman,
Conditioning? What do you mean by conditioning? Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Mound visit, and we're going to throw in Christian Javier.
now pitching.
I got my innings with the Orioles pitcher. Now I just want the strikeouts with the strikeouts with the Astros pitchers. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, but what do you mean by conditioning, Teoscar? What do you mean by that?
Ball one.
You don't like the Guardians-Tigers series?
Hey. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
What makes it boring?
Ball, that's up there.
I mean, I know the Guardians dominated in Game 1. Strike 3, sit down. I think you and me both, and a lot of New York fans.
3.
You know, but first we have to get through the Phillies. And then after that, we have to get through the either the Dodgers or the Padres. And then if we get through them, then we got to play well in the postseason, in the World Series.
3.
Gosh, it's tough to say. I feel like the Padres have it. I think they have a more consistent rotation, and I don't think their bullpen stinks. So I think the Padres win out.
0-2 is the count.
Sorry, Teoscar. I know you're a Dodgers fan.
Off the plate, ball 1.
But if it's any consolation, I mean, the Dodgers, it's very close to me. Like, kind of like 51-49% or 52-48%. Like, that for me is close. Dodgers could still win it.
Countful.
I mean, a lot of players have been bad in the postseason. Yeah, I don't think as Met fans we have any right to talk about that. I mean, Jose Iglesias has been bad for us at the plate. Harrison Bader, you just mentioned.
Nope, ball 1.
I don't think we have a right to talk about any other team's players being bad. when we have quite a few players in our lineup who are who have been back.
Now back, the first baseman, Prince Fielder.
I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know what to think about it, honestly. Yeah, especially since he was so big for the for the or for the Red Sox in their 2018 World Series. But he is older. He is older than he was 6 years ago. So and he's with a new team. So it's just different.
That's ball 2. 2-0.
But you asked me where I was sitting, J-Tag. I'm not sitting anywhere for Game 3. I have a standing room only ticket because it was the cheapest that I could get. The next ticket after that was seated was nosebleed section. That was $100 more. I was like, listen, I like I like the game, or I like going to a playoff game, but I don't know if I like going for the amount of money that it would have cost me. Oh, I think I'm going to have a heart attack when I find out if they get to the World Series. Yep. In fact, that's probably what I was going to do anyway, considering I'm going to be in the Grimace costume. And it's not really fair to any fans who sit behind me if I'm wearing the Grimace costume. But it would be easier for fans to, like, get a picture of me in the Grimace costume if I'm walking around, rather than if I'm seated in a section. Exactly. You know, I could go anywhere in the stadium. I just can't sit down anywhere. Which is fine. So I'm going to be walking around.
No ball, 2 strikes.
I think the only thing that sucks is that I think they put this to a 4 o'clock game, and that to me is like inconvenient. Like, people aren't even getting out of New York or getting out of work in New York at 4 o'clock. So who knows if this is going to actually be a packed crowd. But maybe that's what the MLB wants anyway. They don't want the Mets to have the home field advantage. Knock them out and just make sure that the Dodgers get to the World Series. I think it's a 4 o'clock game. I mean, the ones in Philly were a 4 o'clock game. So I don't know why they would change it to be like a 6 o'clock game or whatever. I mean, that would be nice. Or a 7 o'clock game, but I doubt it. Let's see. Yeah, it's actually a 5 o'clock game, so so people are, maybe they get out of work early, but they're still getting out of work at that time. Still, I'm not taking a chance. I'm getting there like 2 to 3 hours early. So I'm going to be leaving here by noon, and we'll see what happens. There we go. We got the Royals or the Orioles mission done. We got 5 strikeouts with the Astros. Still need those total bases with the Brewers. Still need those total bases. But I can take the Orioles out now. I can take them out now that and I can put in a bunch of Brewers. So that's probably the way that I'm going to go about this. So let's see. Are there any Brewers people that I can throw in? First of all, let me take out all the Orioles in here because I don't need them anymore. Rich Hill, Quinn Matthews, and we'll do Sean Manaea. Just for now. Okay, I wanted to have like one available so that I could do, let's see. Ace. Reds. Okay, I might have gone too far. No, actually, I'm right where I need to be. So, okay, Christian Yelich. Wait, do I have season 3 unlocked? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I could go with Ryan Braun. What teams are making it to the World Series? I predicted at the beginning, I thought it would be Royals versus Phillies. That's what I initially thought, so I guess that would be my guess. Yeah, hopefully. I don't know if I want that. I don't know if I necessarily would want that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just like the Mets had a great season series against the Yankees, but that just sets up the Yankees to beat them in the world. That kind of gives the assumption that the Mets are going to dominate them, and that's when the teams get caught or the Mets get cocky, and then they let the game get away from them. So I think that just sets them up to lose the series. You know, maybe I'm wrong. I to be fair, I have no clue. You know, I noticed that there are no wild cards. I don't see any wild cards. Is wild cards basically non-existent? All right, and then we just need to get the strikeouts. I'll probably go with Roy Oswalt. And then we should be able to get enough. Oh my gosh. Home runs, home runs, home runs. Jesus Christ. Hold on. My phone went off for a second. Hold on. Oh, it's my family text messaging. I'm sorry. I got a little distracted. So we'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, first order of business, take care of the Phillies. Do that tomorrow, the Mets have a good shot. Then we can worry about the NLCS. And if we get through that, then we can worry about the World Series.
Leading off for Long Island, the center fielder, Gary Mitchell.
Ah, darn it. I wanted it to go over the wall. Or I wanted it to not go over the wall. Because I wanted to get the triple.
That is good. The designated hitter, C.T. Sabathia.
There we go. Attaboy, CC Sabathia.
That is good. The left fielder, number 8, Ryan Braun. That is fit. The first baseman, Prince Fielder.
Attaboy, Fielder. That Fielder card has been a godsend. Oh, by the way, guys, I got my family picked up our new puppy yesterday. His name is Rocky. I was actually just watching him before I came on stream today. Very, very nice dog, but oh my gosh. He is definitely adventurous, rambunctious. I mean, he was already doing stuff that I was like, where did he learn that from? He was jumping up on me while I was trying to eat my lunch. Like, he wanted some, and I was like, you're not getting this. Get out of here. And then he also started growling, too. I was like, what? What is he growling? What is this nonsense? I'm sorry, my family in the group chat, they just referred to my sister's style phase, and She had an Avril Lavigne face, which I remember, and oh my gosh, that was too funny. I'd actually forgotten about that. For anyone younger than I am, younger than I would say 25, if you don't know who Avril Lavigne is, just go listen to Skater Boy. I think that was her big hit, was the Skater Boy. I definitely remember it. After all, my sister probably played it 100 times. More than 100. But that was well before, like iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, and all that. No, if you wanted to listen to music, you either had to put on the radio or you had to buy a CD for the or a CD, and then you would have to put it into a computer, or you could put it into an alarm clock that doubled as a CD player. And then you could play it out the stereo. That's how you had to do it in the old days. God, now I just made myself feel like I'm 60 years old. What up, Dodger? How are ya? Hey, I'm sorry about your Dodgers getting beaten in Game 2 against the Padres. If it makes you feel any better, the Mets didn't fare so well against the Phillies either, so.
Ball one, no strike.
But you know what? It's all good. It's all good because there's still a chance in this series that the Dodgers and the Mets can move on. Maybe they'll turn it on. Maybe they just need a little more motivation. Oh, Freddie is hurt. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Y'all don't have a y'all don't have a first baseman? Y'all can't move Max Muncy over to first base?
Ball one. One ball, two strikes.
Oh, you guys did that. Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah. Then I don't know what to tell you. Sorry.
0-1's the count.
I mean, you guys are already suffering with not having a lot of depth in terms of starting pitching. I mean, you don't have Tyler Glass now. You don't have him. Strike three, sit down. And obviously you don't have Shohei, although the Dodgers are definitely trying. They're trying.
0-1.
Like, to me, the team that probably has the most solid rotation out of all the playoff teams right now has to be the Philadelphia Phillies. Wheeler, Suarez, Noah, Sanchez. I mean, this is just a solid rotation up and down. That's why it's important for the Mets to get to their bullpen. Get to the Phillies bullpen. That's how you're going to beat them. Because I don't think you can beat Aaron Nola or Zach Wheeler. I think you can beat Christopher Sanchez, but after yesterday's performance, I doubt they let him pitch again, at least in this series. I think it ultimately comes down to Nola's going to be Game 3, Suarez would be Game 4, and then and then Wheeler would be game 5. Or Wheeler could even be game 4 just to force it back to Philadelphia.
Hey! 0-1.
What about all team? Who has the best? The Phillies are scary. I mean, that's not me like saying that. They're just scary. Okay, I legit think that Harper, Schwarber can kill your lefties. Castellanos and Turner, they can kill your righties. And they even have guys who you wouldn't think could hurt them. You think you could get an advantage with them if you throw in like a lefty or whatever, like Stott or Marsh. But those guys can hit. Those guys can hit lefties.
Leading off for the Rockies.
But to me, so I guess to me, the Phillies probably have the most dangerous team out of all the playoff teams. I just think that the Mets have the momentum. You know, no one expected them to even be in the playoffs, and I'm sure very few others expected them to beat the Brewers.
0-1's the count.
You know, now they just took one game against the Phillies in Philly, and they're coming back home where you know the crowd is going to be raucous. I mean, that gives them a lot of momentum. Me neither. I mean, I counted them out after the Oakland series. I was like, they're done. No way they're a playoff team after Oakland. So I think the Mets have the momentum and the motivation. But in terms of all-round team, I think it's the Phillies. You know, I mentioned with the Dodgers, they don't have pitching depth. And just like you were saying, Dodger, hold on. Excuse me. And just like you were saying, Dodger, you know, Freddie Freeman is hurt. He's not doing anything in the playoffs. Neither is Mookie Betts. And they need those guys to do something if they're going to make a run. If they don't get going, this team is in trouble. You can't beat the Padres by just relying on if your top players are having a bad series. Like, take it from a Mets fan. All right? We went up against the Padres in 22. This is pretty much the same team that they had in 22. Other than they're missing Soto. But essentially, this is the same team. And this team is scary good. I think a little underrated, but still scary good. And you can't beat them if you don't have your top players performing. If Mookie's not playing, or if Mookie's not playing well, if Freddie's not playing well, Will Smith isn't playing well, Ohtani isn't playing well, if those guys aren't playing well, you're not beating the Padres. You just aren't. I'm sorry. I'm talking from experience. I watched my Mets Padres team in 22. Yeah, I was hoping for a strikeout.
No balls, 2 strikes. 3.
Because he struggled this year, and I don't think they want to use him. I think they want to keep him for a long relief role. He has not been good this year. I kind of think they even made that change during the regular season. Like, they just moved him to the bullpen. Honestly, I'm not worried about Taijuan Walker. Yeah, he can have a few moments, but he's always been a first half pitcher, never a second half. And right now we're in like the third half. It's kind of like Lindor, not a great first half hitter, but when it comes the second half, he lights it up.
The count.
Strike 3, sit down. I think I have the strikeouts with the Astros that I need, but I still got to play like 4 more innings.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit down.
The batter, the second baseman,
Nope, outside. Did he go?
Yes, sir, he did go. Thank you. Strike 3, sit down.
leading off for Long Island, the catcher,
Ugh.
Alvarez.
Attaboy Alvarez. Go, David Wright. Go, go, go. I wonder what Wright's price is at this point.
The center field over 5.
I wonder if he went back up after the home run challenge thing was done, after everyone got all their packs and everything. I'm just wondering. Attaboy Garrett Mitchell. So then it sounds like it's a great pitcher stool. I mean, nothing was going on between the Mets and Phillies other than the Schwarber home run in the first inning. Like, nothing was going on in that game up until the 8th inning. That's when the Mets broke it open. So just because a game is not high scoring right now doesn't mean it can't be. Even the Mets-Phillies game 2, that didn't become high scoring until the later innings.
CC Sabathia.
Ah, darn it. Well, that's okay, because, like I said, I think at this point I have the total bases. Oh, you're talking about the one for the program? Well, that's the one I'm grinding for right now. You know, I just have to get total bases with the Brewers in order to be able to get that card. And then I just got to do the moments, and once I'm done with the moments, I'll have the Pete Alonso card.
0-2. 3.
Strike 3, sit down. Yo, did you hear the new, I don't know if I asked you this yet, but did you hear the little tease that they put out for the remix of OMG? Did you hear that yet? I think you can find it on like social media. I'll be honest, I was hoping for more Jose Iglesias than Pitbull. I could see why Pitbull has a dominating presence in the song, at least from what I heard. But still, it just felt like it felt like more like a Pitbull song than it did with the Candelita with Jose Iglesias. And to me, I don't think that was that's the only issue I have with it. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Jose Iglesias actually does more singing than I'm giving him credit for. But just from what I heard, there was a lot more Pitbull than I think I was expecting or wanting. And, you know, I like Pitbull's music. I like quite a few of his songs. The regular song? Not one I'm familiar with. I personally prefer Give Me Everything and then International Love.
Counts 1-0.
There was another one where he referenced. Oh, you prefer? Okay. Yeah, low key, I was singing it to myself while I was walking through New York City from work yesterday or last night. Walking to my car, that is. I was walking to my car. I was just singing it. I think some kids tried to get my attention, but I think they saw that I was preoccupied mentally, that it was kind of like, nah, don't bother this guy. Also, like, I don't think you want to bother someone who's trying to sing a Spanish song to himself, and he's doing a very bad version of it, or a very bad job of it. Because I haven't done Spanish in a long time. I have not had Spanish since I left middle school, and that was 15 years ago. I've been French from high school through my sophomore fall semester. So even my French is a little rusty. No, not a little rusty. It's definitely rusty. But like my Spanish is even worse. Bebe EVA? What does that mean? Okay, so it sounds more like gibberish. Okay. Well, hey, I mean, to me, you know, even if I can't understand the lyrics, as long as the beat is good, the music is good, I'll enjoy it. I wish Jose Iglesias would do like a English version of it. That would be wicked. Right now, there's no translation for it.
0-2 is the count.
Strike 3, sit down.
Now batting, the shortstop, NCPO, John Ball.
Yeah, like that.
Off the plate, ball 1.
He also mentions lazy and crazy in there. Like, I can tell when he's doing... I can tell when he's talking about... When he says lazy, it sounds like he's saying, don't be lazy. Or, I'm not lazy, or something like that. Essentially, it's kind of like he's working... He's hard working. Or he's working hard. As far as crazy, though, I don't know what he's saying is crazy. I mean, there is a translation out there for the song. There's just, it's not like up on YouTube or anything. It's just, I think it's just out there, and I think it was translated by a Mets fan. Because I know my sister, when was playing the song, and then she, like, looked up the lyrics for it. And someone had posted it, or posted the English translation.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Ugh. Nah, let's say it first. Not even risk it. We're almost done here, and then we just gotta do the moments. And by the way, I do want to assure that I will be going... Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm just focused on getting Pete Alonso. And the only stat mission that I have to do outside of this was just get the total bases with Brewers players, which is what I did. So once I get back to the main menu, all I have to do is the moments, and then I can get Pete Alonso from there. And then I have to see which other ones I'm close to completing. But there will be no stream tomorrow, Mets, because I'm going to Game 3, so... Yeah, that's certainly one way to do it, but it's like, if you don't have a good game with the players that you want to have a good game with, you're not going to earn a lot of parallel XP. Well, I'm going to be invoking the power of the Grimace for that one, so if we don't win, it's my fault, according to some Met fans.
number 61, Yustin the left fielder, number 8, Ryan Wrong.
Okay. Okay, I'll take that.
Now batting, the first baseman, Brandon field.
He's out.
Ugh.
Leading off for the Rockies, the first baseman, Michael Tollia.
But I will be going until 7:30. Or, I'm sorry, not 7:30. 6:30.
Hey! No balls, 2 strikes.
I have to look. We definitely have a home run.
3.
We definitely have a home run derby version. But that's a 95 overall.
0-1.
I think we also have an all-star version. That's also a 95 overall. I don't think he's earned a monthly awards card or a Tops Now card this year. I mean, the Padres dominated. I think they took advantage of the Dodgers pitching at the beginning. Strike 3, sit down.
Leading off for Long Island, the right fielder, Jackson Chouinard.
Well, I think that's what this card is in the Wildcard program. Essentially, just highlighting his performance. And we may even get a second version of him in the in the Division Series programs. Yeah, absolutely Vientos is going to get one. I mean, 2 home runs just in game 2. That's crazy. And both of them were 2-run homers. I mean, Citizens Bank Ballpark or Citizens Bank Park, that's a hitter-friendly ballpark. No doubt about that, but so is Citi Field. No, the first one was to take the lead. The second one was to tie it. Because I think Vientos hit his first home run in the first inning. That or it happened in the third inning. It was either the first inning or the third inning. Might have been the third.
The shortstop,
J-Tag, it is what it is. I mean, look. The Mets are still in a good position, I believe.
number 57.
So, while yes, the win would have been nice, they're still in a good position. You know what, Mets? That's a pretty good one. Yeah, because, I mean, you go back to New York knowing you're 1 game away from a win. And I thought I was going to be going to a game-clinching game. Or a series-clinching game. But not to be. Still, I think I'm going to have fun. And if anything, I think this takes the pressure off. In all honesty. But maybe my coworker, because he's going to game 4, maybe he'll get to see the Mets clinch. That'll be something. And then I'm skipping, if they were to get to the NLCS, I'm skipping that series. I can't afford it. Exactly. Let's hope. The Phillies are going to be tough for sure, but I think if the Mets get through them, I would think that they have a pretty good shot at getting to the World Series.
Nope, upstairs.
Which is not something that this year I thought I was going to hear myself say.
2-1.
So, although if they do win the series, I'll go to the World Series. If they get there, I'll go to the World Series, and you better believe I'm going to be wearing that Grimace costume. But then again, I don't know how many other people are going to be doing that.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Let's see. I'm 30 minutes away from New York City, and if I take the express, I'm about a half hour away from Citi Field, but if I take the local, it's probably 45 minutes to an hour, and that's a subway ride. And that's never been weird for me. I mean, I went through 2006, 2015, and 2022 when football was in full effect and the Mets were in the postseason. I don't think it's weird at all. In fact, I don't know if you know the history, Mets, but after the Jets won the Super Bowl III in 1968, the following year, that's when the Mets won their first World Series. So it's kind of like a good omen if the Mets were to win how soon the Jets will win a Super Bowl. I mean, that's good for me personally. Yeah, 2015 was definitely fun. I went to like 6 games that year.
0-2 is the count. Ball that's upstairs.
Strike 3, sit down. Ugh. All right, so that should be it for. Yeah, I got the strikeouts and I got the total bases. That's kind of what I thought would happen. I think the Tigers Astros would have to be next. I just gotta get extra base hits with the Tigers, which I could do that. But first, we're gonna wrap up on the Mets Brewers program. So I need an extra base hit that drives in 2 runs. Okay.
Batting 6, the designated hitter, Jesse Winker.
Ah. No, that's not going to drive in 2 runs. they didn't even count it as an extra base hit. I mean, I don't blame them. Oh, jeez. Ow. Ow. Oh, sorry. I just tried to stretch my legs. Ooh. Oh, I gotta get up early tomorrow. Well, I mean, I had to get up anyway, but I gotta get up early tomorrow so that I can do this legal training seminar that my company is requiring employees to take. All right, great base hit, but that's probably not going to drive in a run.
Nope. Ball one.
Ugh.
Ball one, no strike. 2 balls, no strike.
Man, I'm having a tough time here. I mean, I know Freddie Peralta was supposed to be good. There we go. That's how you do it. Oh, there's Jake Bowers. Yeah, that's right. All of these, if you, all these moments are pretty much home runs. Churio, Mitchell, Bowers, Alonso, they're all hit a home run.
Leading off.
Thank you, J-Tag.
The left fielder.
Nope.
Hello, Critical Nate. How are you?
Ball one, no strike.
Uh,
1-1.
so I have a channel reward for that. If JTAG or Mets, if you guys are willing to share your points with Critical Nate here, if you redeem it and you allow him to and you let him do the co-op, then yes, we can absolutely do it. Okay, JTAG, and I'm assuming this is for Critical Nate. All right. So Critical Nate, give me a few minutes. Let me finish up on this program, and then we'll go ahead and play that game. Okay? If I could just hit this darn home run with Jackson Churio. All right, great. Yeah, I think that's the way I gotta do it now. If people ask, I just hate making other viewers, or I hate having other viewers pay for, or regular viewers pay for other viewers to be able to face me or play me in co-op. But, you know, I do want to give everyone a shot. Oh, wow. You have quite a bit.
Out on the pad.
I'm also thinking about putting another reward up. It's going to be called We Want the Grimace. And basically, I have the Grimace costume. If you guys ever want to make me wear it, and I'll play it for a little while. We'll do a little while. I don't want to do like the entire stream, just for a little while. Yeah, Critical Nate, who's your team? All right, so I got to do Mitchell now. OMG, I would do it if I had the thing, but I can't speak Spanish, so I don't want to sing it and butcher it. I don't want to do that. Because my Spanish is absolutely horrendous. But it's something I can think about. And I certainly can't play the music on stream, because otherwise I'm going to get hit with a copyright infringement. So playing the song on stream is just not going to happen. Well, actually, wait a minute. I think I just can't play anything longer than 10 seconds of a song, correct?
Inside, ball one.
I have to look up the rules for Twitch. If it's 10 seconds, then I can find 10 seconds of OMG to play. In fact, I think the chorus is not, I don't even think the chorus is 10 seconds.
Inside, ball.
But the Grimace thing, for sure, I'm going to do that. I'll just add it on at some point. Maybe I'll do it even after this stream. The Grimace one is more plausible than I would say the OMG is. And by the way, Critical Nate, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Which Garrett Mitchell is this? It better not be the live series one, because that might explain why. No, it's the Future Stars one from season 1.
Inside, ball one.
Blue Jays. Oh, all right. Well, I'm sure it wasn't the season that you guys were expecting, but hey, if you guys can keep Vladimir Guerrero Jr., I mean, you got a solid foundation. Actually, I know another Blue Jays fan. I don't think he's in here right now. So you don't want Guerrero Jr. back? Oh, no, you're saying, no, we suck from this year, yeah. Look, I really do think you guys have a solid foundation. I really do. Wah. There we go. There's the home run. Ironically, I think that's the same spot that Mitchell actually hit it in the game. So you don't even want them going after Soto? All right, 2 more moments, Critical Nate, and then we're going to play our game, okay? Oh, great. Thank you, man. Once I finish this program, we're going to do it. Either Vladdy or Soto. I mean, I think the Yankees are going to make a good push for him. And honestly, considering how this year went and where the Yankees were, I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's gonna remain a Yankee. You know, it's just, can they really afford Soto, Judge, and Cole? Not to mention you have Stanton on the team still. I think Rizzo is still on the team. DJ LeMahieu is still on the team. So, you know, it's just the contracts are definitely going to be an issue, but I've never seen that hold the Yankees back before, if I'm being honest. Hold on, I'm just checking out what the score is. Still nothing. Wow. Skubal and Boyd are absolutely dealing right now.
Count 1-0.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Wow, Tyreek Skubal is actually no-hitting the Guardians right now. Oh, wow. Although I probably just jinxed it for them. Sorry. See, J-Tag, I don't know how that seems boring to you, if I'm being... Oh. Well, I'm sorry, man. We could definitely do it another day. If you come back on Wednesday, I'll be streaming again. So, just come back on Wednesday, and then we'll do the game. Just remind me at the beginning of the stream, okay? Or as soon as you get in. Alright. You have a great day, Critical Nate. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Leading off for the Brewers, the first baseman, Jake Bauer.
Ball.
gosh.
Hey.
Oh, that sucks. Sorry to Critical Nate that we couldn't do that. And just as I hit the home run with Jake Bowers. Dang. All right, there's only one more moment, and I have Pete Alonso. Dang. Good thing I wasn't good thing that wasn't the real life.
Ball. Count 1-0.
Not the same place that Alonso did it, but it counts the same. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have Pete Alonso. Excuse me. We have Pete Alonso. Not too hard. Honestly, these wildcard ones, they're not bad. They are not that bad. Oh, wait. I went to go to my inventory. There we go. How about that? Now, you were asking about how many versions of Pete Alonso we have. So we have one. I know we have two more. We have the All-Star one and the Home Run Derby one. Yeah, so there's 2, 3. 4. Okay, so he does have a Topps Now card. Yeah, so we have like 4 different versions of Pete Alonso. Oh my gosh, I never got Mark Vientos? Oh, shit. I can't believe I never got Mark Vientos. I think Live Series is either going to be Francisco. I think it's got to be Francisco. Oh, technically 5. Yeah, you're right. You're right, because of Live Series. You're right. I completely forgot about that. So we need 5 extra base hits with the Tigers. Let's see Padres and Braves. We need 13 hits with the Braves. And here, what do we need? We need stolen bases. We need the XP. Let's just go Tigers. That's the easier one. Sweet. Landed right on it. Okay, Parker Meadows. You have Martinez. Perez. First base, you have Yep, Tony Clark. Second base. Oh, Colt Keith. I forgot about Colt Keith. Wow. Alan Trammell. No one at third. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is going to be... If I'm going to do the Tigers, then this is not going to be Season 3 eligible. That's for sure. Oh, well. Give me Sheffield. Center field, we'll do Parker Meadows. Wenzel Priest for outfield. Tony Clark. Colt Keith. Alan Trammell. Who's that? Dylan Dingler? Jake Rogers. Yeah, see, there we go. Ineligible. I figured it was. Oh, let's see. Nah, keep him there. Wow. Can't believe Gary Sheffield has that low of power. Seemed like he hit really well for me. Grayson, what's up? Yeah, I know. I found that to be disrespectful, too. I certainly didn't like it. Oh, we do have Brooks Raley. Oh, well then I might as well keep him in. I don't care if this is not Season 3 eligible. Doesn't matter to me. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Thank you, Grayson. I will say though that if the Mets go up against the Padres in the NLCS, I'm sorry, but I'm not rooting for you. I'm not rooting for the Padres. That's where justice needs to be served. The Mets need to get revenge. However, if the Phillies advance and you guys advance, then I'll root for you because I don't want the Phillies in the World Series. But it's going to be a tough matchup for sure. All right, Alan Trammell leading it off with a home run. What a way to kick it off. I'm probably going to be live for another hour, and then I'm going to call it a stream. So this may be my last game of the stream, depending on how quickly this goes. Sweet. I'll take a ground rule double. And I'll take that double too. I mean,
Oh, that's off the plate.
that home run that if he didn't hit that home run against the Brewers, I would have said absolutely. But now that he hit it, I mean, I don't know. I think the answer should still be yes, but considering that moment saved the Mets season, I think that justified his asking price a little, like some of it. Still got a ways to go. I mean, the good news is that he's hitting home runs, and if he continues to hit home runs, then, well, if we go far, it might not be because of him, though. It might be because of Mark Vientos. Because Vientos right now is hot. Or Lindor. Or Nimmo. You know, Nimmo had a home run in that game. In that game, too. So... Or actually, it may have hit it. No, they didn't have a home run in game 1. They had the home runs in game 2. Sorry, I had to remember I had to remember the last couple of games.
Hey! 0-1's the count.
Attaboy Parker Meadows. But I have my extra base hits at this point, so all it took was 1 inning. I sure wish they go back to playing, or in that map that you guys know I like to do, the one with the batter up 1 map. I hope they switch that back to Colorado at some point. Nothing wrong with Milwaukee, but you can't dominate in Milwaukee much like I'm dominating right now in Colorado.
Now talking for the Wildcard, number 58,
Yeah.
second baseman,
Yeah.
That ball is foul.
What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Is he saying, like, who cares? Ohtani's gonna beat us, or who cares? I'm gonna strike him out. Like, I don't get the context of the answer.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball, that's out. Yeah. Did he go?
Strike 3, sit down.
Batting second, the left fielder. Zach.
Okay. Well, I think that's a very interesting comment. You know, Ohtani, you should never underestimate Ohtani.
0-2.
He is a fantastic hitter. I mean, he just had a 50-50 season. You're not going to get much better than that unless you want to go for a 60-60 season. But the only person who was close to that was Acuna last year, and he only had 30 home runs.
Leading for Long Island, the catcher, Dylan Jr. Now batting, number 27.
Nice.
Now batting, the left fielder, Gary Sheffield.
Sheffield? Nice.
The bat.
Well, it's not a might anymore. It's a definite. It's definitely happening. Hold on. Come on. Dang, I may not be able to even get it out of the bag. Shoot. That wouldn't be good. And I don't want to ruin this bag. There we go. I got it open. Now, if I could just pull it out. There it is. Woo! Oh my gosh. There you go. Actually, why don't I give a look? Definitely a lot harder to put this on than you think. And also, I can't really see too well out of the eyes here. Hold on. Hold on. All right, I think I got it now. Actually, let me see if I can even play in this. Might as well give it a little test run. By the way, the only way I'm seeing right now is out of the ice. So, Grimace has no power. I can't even move the mouse. Oh, shoot.
Now batting, The center fielder,
Okay, I may not be able to do this for very long because I got to make sure my computer stays up to,
Nope. Ball one.
or stays on. Otherwise, I lose the, otherwise it goes into rest mode. Can you guys even hear me? What? What, Dodger? Can you guys even hear me? I mean, this is only the top half of the costume. There's also a bottom half, but I have to figure out how to put that on along with my shoes. Okay, I think I can actually play this. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, but I think I can play this game with this costume on. So great. That means I can move forward with this costume or with the channel reward then. To me, it was important that I could see the game, I could play the game, and that you guys can hear me.
the bat, number 34.
Just a little preview. I'll take it off after this half inning. This is just a preview. Great, fantastic. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I'm forgetting one accessory. If I have it here. Where is it? Please tell me it's here. Awesome. It's right here. Hold on. Huh? Yeah. Imagine me having to walk around like this for the game, you know? I mean, the whole point was it to be funny. After all, I'm the one who lost the bet.
He's out.
Oh, of course. That was my intention. All right, guys, let me pause this game and then I'll take this costume off. Whoops. There we go. So, yep, just a little preview of what to expect tomorrow. So if you see me on TV, just know, or you see Grimace on TV, just know it might be me. Because I definitely feel like they are going to, Fox would get footage of Grimace being there.
0-1.
I definitely feel like that's a definite. As to how long the channel reward would be, I don't know. I think I'll judge it by how well I'm playing. Strike 3, sit down. Like, if I'm playing well, then I'll keep it on for a little while, but if I'm playing poorly, then I'll probably take it off.
0-2 is the count.
And I think I'll make it about the same as playing me versus or play me in MLB The Show. Do it in a ranked game, then I'll consider it. And plus, if someone redeems it, you know, we'll see how that goes. Where am I sitting? I'm not sitting anywhere. It's a standing room only ticket. I think that's better anyway, considering I'm going to be wearing that costume around the ballpark. Like, I don't think it's fair that I would have a fan behind me and his or her view would be blocked by my costume. I'm sure they would get a kick out of it, sure, but I don't think they would want me to wear it the entire game. And I do want to wear it the entire game.
Now left fielder, Gary Sheffield.
So just look for that costume with the hat, because the hat will be, I think the hat will be the ultimate telltale sign that it's me. Wow, Alan Trammell, dang. He's freaking blasting balls left and right. My God, he only has 78 power. How? How is he doing this at 78 power? I got too greedy, but you know what? It's fine. Because I already... The main important thing here was getting the extra base hits, which I already did. So now it's just more of a case of... Let's just try to get as much XP as possible.
0-1's the count. Hey! Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. 3!
I don't know. Hot glue gun it to my head. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I don't have a Mets jersey that would fit over it, so I can't do the jersey. I have to do the hat.
Yep, that ball went out.
I just hope it's not blowing too hard when it happens, because otherwise I'm gonna lose the hat.
3!
Strike 3, sit down. I mean, if I pull it down any further on my body, I wouldn't be able to see out of the eye holes. So I can't go that far. Yeah, I guess I just gotta balance it and hope it doesn't blow away. That's my hope. Attaboy, Jake Rogers.
The batter, the second baseman, Cole Key. Now batter, catcher, Dylan Dingle.
At this point, it's just more of, let's just get through these at-bats as quickly as possible. So that maybe I can have a shot at doing the moments for the Astros Tigers program.
The batter, the shortstop, Alan Trammell.
Look, if I get extra base hits, or if I get hits, RBIs, whatever, that's fine. It is what it is. But I'm just swinging just to get these at-bats moving along.
Ball 1.
Thanks, issues. No. No. You kidding me? I would never be allowed back at Citi Field. To me, that is the... To me, I do not understand why people would jump the field or jump onto the field. I never understood that.
Now batting, left fielder, Zed Hilliard.
It's not worth a lifetime ban and possible arrest.
0-1.
That would go on my record. And I don't want it there.
No balls, 2 strikes.
All that I'm content to do with the Grimace costume is show up, and if people want to take pictures, by all means, I'll give them a picture. Or I'll take the picture with them. So, to me, it's not worth it. So, if it's not worth it to you, why would you even suggest it?
Now pitching for the Rockies, number 61, Justin Rowan.
Look, I may be crazy for putting on the Grimace costume, especially at work, but I'm not that crazy to run onto the field during a playoff game. Oh, it's an immediate no. Not going to happen. Besides, what if the Mets are doing a rally, or what if they're rallying at the plate and then all of a sudden I hop on the field? Oh my God, I would just kill all their momentum. I talked about becoming... yes, I did. Yep, that was the bet. Like, I made the bet with a coworker, and I lost, so I wore the Grimace costume at work. And I know for a fact that my manager got wind of it because he replied to an email with me, an email I sent to him with, hi Grimace. So, he got wind of it. He got wind of it. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. Probably not. Because it was during work hours.
Got him.
Yes, sir. Good. Go Mets. They picked up a huge win in Game 1. Now bring it back to Citi Field, and let's take this series. Win Game 3, come back for Game 4, dominate, and let's go to the NLCS. You just missed it too, Landon. I just put on the Grimace costume. Kind of like a little preview of what to expect for tomorrow. But I will make it a channel reward. So, it will be a channel reward. I'm probably going to do that after the stream.
He's out. No balls, 2 strikes. 3.
The third baseman, number 24, Ryan.
See, the big pain in the butt with that costume is trying to fold it back up.
Oh, 2 is the count. That's the ball.
So now how am I going to fold that back up? I don't even know how I did it the first time. I guess I'm just going to fold it into little squares until
One's the count.
it fits into a bag.
No ball, 2 strikes. Ball.
Strike 3, sit down. I hope they have good rally towels for this one, because the one they did in 2022, in my eyes, that was just too bland, too boring, it was just plain. It's like, okay, fine. You know, I want to see, like, from OMG, from 0-5 to OMG, you know, why not use that? Why not put that on a rally towel? Or say Orange October. It's a rally towel that's going to be orange, so no other team is doing Orange October. Your friend is going to the game tomorrow? If he sees you, he's going to take a pic. All right, feel free. I don't know who your friend is. He doesn't have to announce it. He doesn't have to say, "Hey, I'm Grayson's friend." You know, he could just come up to me, and if he wants a picture, he can have a picture. I'll be more than happy to do pictures. I heard the rally towels might have Grimace on there. If they do, that would be awesome. But they would have to be purple. They can't be orange, and I think they are going to be orange. So I guess we'll see. I don't have a preview or anything.
Now coming toward the roster, number 57, Jim Daly.
What, you mean the baseball games, or what do you mean? Drama where? Here, I could show you.
Now number 27.
Hold on. It's got to be somewhere. Here, definitely underneath the Grimace costume. Ah, here it is. Oh, upside down. These Mets. That's all it said. Presented by Delta. Didn't even say MLB postseason 2022. It was just boring. So I certainly hope they're a little more creative with this one, or with this year's rally towels, because if it's anything like that, I'm just gonna be like, no thanks. Hell, maybe I'll use the costume as a rally towel. That would be more creative than that. Oh, I have to ask my friend if he's going to the game tomorrow, because he did go to Philly for I think it was game 1.
Hey. 0-1.
So if he's going to game 3, I got to meet up with him.
0-2.
Strike 3, sit down.
Now back, right fielder, Charlie Blackman.
2 is the count.
Come on, Charlie. You're retired now.
Ball, that's upstairs. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls.
Oh my God, Charlie. You're retired. Really? Wow. This game. Strike 3, sit down, finally, but jeez. Oh, if there are 2 other grimaces that are there, I'll have to track them down, and I'll have to have them, like, participate with me in a photo. You know the Spider-Man meme where the 3 Spider-Men point at each other? We're going to have to do that. If there are 2 other grimaces there, we have to do it. Attaboy, Parker. Like I said, I don't care if I get a base hit or not. I'm just looking to get these at-bats moving along.
Now pitching for the Rockies, number 40, Tyler Kinley.
Nice, Rogers. Yeah, exactly. The Spider-Man meme. But that's only if there are 2 other grimaces there. If there isn't, then there's nothing I could do. I will say the one good thing about the costume is so that if I need to get my phone, like to draw up my ticket or show my ticket, then as you could tell when I was trying to do the laptop, the laptop wasn't recognizing my fingers, and the phone's not going to recognize it either because of the costume. So at least the sides have an opening, or the side of the arms have an opening that if I need to use my phone for something, like showing my ticket, I can at least do that. But I'm probably not going to put the Grimace costume on until I get to Citi Field. Like, I don't want to do it on the subway. I certainly don't want to do it on the bus ride there, because people are just going to look at me funny. They're going to be like, what is this jackass doing? Like, I don't think they would get it. Maybe they would, but I think it would be a better bet that they would get it at Citi Field than on the subway or on the bus. Citi Field, to me, is like a safe bet that Grimace is going to be recognized. What about what baseball game? Oh, the one from Saturday? Yeah. I mean, we were just talking about it. I think I was talking about it with Teoscar. I found it disrespectful what the Dodger fans did. Or no, I was talking about it with Grayson. I found that disrespectful, honestly.
Now batting, left fielder, Sam Hilliard.
So we'll see what happens in San Diego. Obviously, the better outcome would be, well, for them, would be if they took both games, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Now batting, right fielder, Wenzel Terrell.
Ball, that's low.
Dang. Ayo. All right. So thankfully we're in the 8th inning. Maybe I can extend it beyond 6:30 to get the moments done. I mean, there's quite a few of them, so I don't know. I think there should be 5 of them. And I mean, if they're all like home runs or whatnot, I mean, that's going to take a while. We'll have to judge it when I get back to the main menu.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike. Oh, excuse me.
The third baseman, number 24.
Sorry. Strike 3, sit down.
Man.
0-1's the count. 0-2.
Strike 3, sit down. Jackson Merrill, good young talent. I think he has a promising future. don't know too much about him other than, what I saw him do against the Mets. That's about it. But still, I think plenty of young potential right there in Jackson Merrill. And we'll see what happens.
Ball one, no strike.
Nice. Go, 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 go. Not home. Not home. Just get to second and third. We'll talk after that. Oy. Well, not an infield fly, but I mean the force was only the first.
Now back, right fielder, Wendell Terrell.
Ball.
You miss Buck Showalter? Nah, not really. I mean, look, what he did for the Mets in 2022 was with that team, and then the rest of the time it stinks. I mean, it's too early to judge on Carlos Mendoza, in my opinion. Yeah, it was unbelievable that they were able to get to this point. So I think that's a lot of upside for him. But I'm not judging it based on one season, because if I did that, then I would say that Buck Showalter was the second best manager in recent memory, followed by Terry Collins. I mean, Terry Collins is beloved. Okay, let's be clear about that. He is beloved among the Mets group. Strike three, sit down. Or the Mets community, that's what I meant to say. He's beloved. But so is Bobby Valentine. And I don't think anyone could possibly top Gil Hodges or Davey Johnson or Dave Johnson. I don't think anyone could top them, because they're the ones who were the managers when the Mets won the World Series. Sure, I'm happy with Mike Schild. There you go. And you know what? Pretty impressive turnaround for the Padres, because you think about it, I think a lot of people wrote them off in what, May? They certainly are, Woogie. Taking that one game against the Philadelphia Phillies was huge. You couldn't come back to New York and not have a game. Or, I'm sorry, you couldn't come back to New York without taking one of the games in Philly. Just couldn't. Excuse me. I'm a little tired. Obviously. I've been yawning. I yawned several times during the stream. I didn't get a lot of sleep today, when I got home. 5 show packs. Woohoo. Yeah, there we go. 5 extra base hits. So, let's see. I did see that they were fans were starting to throw stuff at the Padres players. And just like I was discussing with Grayson and Dodger, I think that's disrespectful. You know, I mean, the Phillies and Mets, they have bad blood. But I don't think there would ever be a Phillies fan that would have gone that far. Strike 3. Oh, no, it's not strike 3. Excuse me. Got ahead of myself. Strike 3, sit down. I need to strike out 2 batters.
That's inside ball.
No, I think what hurt him is losing game 2. If they had taken both games, I think that put the Dodgers in a better position. Strike 3, sit down. But since they gave up 1, now they're not in such a great position because now it's you got to go to San Diego and you got to win at least 1 game, which is tough as it is. And I'm sure Padres fans are going to be booing the Dodgers the Dodgers players. I'm sure it's not going to be a very well or a warm welcome among fans. Well, then there you go. Strike 3, sit down. Is Sean Manaea technically our ace? All right, so now I got to do Will Vest. Yeah, I think. Okay.
Leading up for the Astros, the shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
Oh, jeez. Okay, at least that's an out. But now I have to get strikeouts.
Victor Gerardini.
I think I heard about that, but I thought it was between Will Smith and Manny Machado. Strike 3, sit down. I mean, the Mets did their own. If you remember, they did their. Jesse Winker did his own smack talking to Willie Adames during the Wildcard Series. So. Oh, good. I was about to say, I hope I don't get kicked out. So now I got to strike out. I got to pitch 2 innings and strike out 3 batters. All right. Oh, yes, now I remember. Yeah. Yeah, when they were down like 7-1 or whatever. Yeah. But Jack Flaherty doesn't have any right to talk. All right. He has no right to talk.
0-1. Foul ball. No, that's high.
No. Seriously, it's like, unless you're ahead, you have no right to smack talk. You really don't. It's petty and it's foolish if you're well behind. Strike 3, sit down.
Here. 0-1. Here. 0-2. That missed. That's the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball outside.
Oh, thank goodness. The airling definitely scared me there. Strike 3, sit down. Okay, so now I just need to get three outs. I don't even need the strikeout thing.
No balls, 1 strike.
Strike 3, sit down.
It's 0-1. Ball.
Strike 3, sit down.
Hee-haw. Hit. 1-2.
Strike 3, sit down. All right, so that's the next moment. All right, so excuse me. Now Parker Meadows hit a home run. So we have to do the same, and then we need to hit a extra base hit that drives in all the runs in the next moment with Andy Ibanez. That is not a home run, Parker Meadows.
That's the ball.
Oh, God. Is this seriously going to take me all freaking the rest of the freaking stream. I still gotta do one more. When's my birthday? February. Oh, excuse me. So, not in time for baseball season, unfortunately. My sister has a birthday in April, which is just in time for baseball season. In fact, my first baseball game that I went to was for my sister's birthday. Still remember it. Can't remember it. I can't believe that I remember it all these years later. 22 years later. But yeah, I can still remember it like it was yesterday. Montreal, the Montreal Expos were in town. Piazza didn't play in that game. He must have had a rest day or something. Or maybe he was serving a suspension. I don't know. My sister almost caught a foul ball. It was over at Shea Stadium. I mean, I'm 2 moments away from completing this program. I might as well finish it.
Leading off for the Tigers, the center fielder, Parker Meadows.
That may be the best. That may have been the closest that I've been to a home run. So yeah, we're gonna finish the program, or at least the Astros Tigers program. There we go. Finally, just had to get a ball that was up, and I got it. Although now I'm gonna need an extra base hit in order to finish out the program. Thank you, Seguido. I hope I'm saying that right. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Although, unfortunately, I hate to tell you, once I complete this moment, this is it for me. Or this is it for the stream. Alright, well, I appreciate you stopping by, whether it's only for a few minutes or it was for the entire 3+ hours. I mean, I'm not technically done yet, so still got a little bit of time here. And afterwards, let's see. You're sitting around? Do you play MLB The Show a lot, or not really? Just started playing? How are you liking it so far? Like, what have you tried in the game so far? Nice. Glad to hear it. The March to October? Nice. Yeah, I haven't done that since they first introduced it. I gotta get back into it. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. So thank you to everyone who tuned in. Even if it was only for a moment, I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you like the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on X at TTVNextJGGen24. It's my gamer tag that's in the upper left there. So go give me a follow. I'll usually post whenever I go live. You can also turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start up a stream. I mean, we got half the programs done, which is about what I expected. I mean, I was working behind on the Mets or on the Tigers Mets program, or I'm sorry, not Tigers Mets, Mets Brewers. That's what I meant to say. So, I am obviously not streaming tomorrow because I am going to Game 3 of the NLDS. So, there will be no stream tomorrow. I will make it up. I will make up tomorrow's stream on Sunday. But the next time you'll see me will be on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be finishing out the rest of the program. So I hope you'll tune in then. And until then, guys, have a good night.